Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating thought experiment that Andrew has posed. What if the Earth and all terrestrial objects suddenly stopped spinning, but the atmosphere retained its velocity? It's a wild scenario, and while it may sound like something out of a science fiction movie, let's explore the potential consequences together. First off, the immediate aftermath would be catastrophic. With the Earth's surface at the equator moving at about 1,000 miles per hour, if it suddenly stopped, the atmosphere would continue to rush forward at that speed. This would create supersonic winds that would devastate everything in their path. Imagine the sheer force of the wind strong enough to obliterate buildings and structures, leaving behind a landscape of destruction. Now, while the winds would be most intense at the equator, they wouldn't spare those living further north or south. Even in places like Boston, where I am, the winds would be twice as strong as the most powerful tornadoes we know today. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? But amidst this chaos, there's a glimmer of hope. Not everyone would be lost. Many people underground or in well-constructed bunkers might survive the initial onslaught. For instance, scientists at the South Pole would find themselves in a unique situation. Since they're located right on the axis of the Earth, they wouldn't experience the same violent winds. They might initially be confused, but they'd be safe from the worst of the storm. As the winds churn over the oceans, they would create massive waves and storm surges, unlike anything we've ever seen. The energy from the winds would heat the ocean spray, leading to intense thunderstorms. This would be a dramatic shift in our climate, with some areas experiencing extreme heat while others would plunge into freezing temperatures. If the Earth stopped spinning completely, we would also see a dramatic change in our day and night cycle. Imagine a world where the sun rises and sets only once a year. The side facing the sun would bake under constant light, while the dark side would become a frozen wasteland. But here's where it gets interesting. The moon, our loyal companion, would still be there, exerting its gravitational pull. Over time, it would gradually help to restore some rotation to the Earth, albeit at a much slower pace. This means that eventually, we might find ourselves asking the same question again: what if the Earth suddenly stopped rotating? Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through a hypothetical scenario. It's amazing to think about the forces at play in our universe and how interconnected everything is. If you enjoyed this exploration, please consider following or subscribing for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, stay curious.